guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button and please do subscribe. It is Sunday, it's a new day and I'm feeling at the moment fine. Okay, so I ask Alexa usually what the time is, so I shout out, Alexa, what's the time?
It's 8:49 a.m.
So Alexa said it's like 8:20 a.m. So I shouted it out. And then I know what time it is and I can get up and do my stretch exercises and get ready for the rest of the day. Basically, last night I took Max out for a walk and the weather was abysmal. I mean, it was raining on and off quite heavily and the ground was wet. So I put my green Wellington boots on, a big coat, and I had a beanie hat on. I mean, you're going to not go outside in shorts, are you, when it's peeing down with rain? I don't, anyway. Went down the stairs with Max and I had a couple of bags of rubbish because before I decided to go out, I was tidying around the flat. So any old bits of rubbish, any old newspapers, any old bits of, I even started cleaning out the cupboard, you know, stuff from Christmas, and I threw it into plastic bags and I didn't go in the lift. I struggled down the stairs with it, so I had two plastic bags, Max on a lead, and there was a guy coming through the back entrance, the same height, I would say, as my son, and dressed in clothes like him. And I went the other way because I needed to throw my rubbish out. So as I was going past the lift, Max just did a little bark. Ruff! I told him to behave himself, and then this guy coughed twice. And I went out of the second door, through to the communal door, threw my rubbish in the bin. I also had an old champagne bottle because I drank the champagne at Christmas, and it clanked hard down in the bottom of the bin. I forgot I had a champagne bottle in the rubbish and it went bang. Oh. Then I went out of the bin store and I walked in the wet and the damp round Common Creek Wharf, and there was a couple of men walking along the riverside. Well, I think they were men. I don't see who's in the dark. I could just see two people walking together, put it that way. And I'm walking in the road by the houses as they're walking on the path, and I turn round to look because it's only natural people turn round and look, and they went "Huh," and I carried on walking along the path and past the co-op, past Costa Coffee, onto the field. There wasn't anybody on there, so the field was dark and damp and wet and muddy, so I'm walking across up the path in my Wellington boots and on through the slushy puddles, because I'm still a big kid at heart. I like splashing my Wellingtons through the puddles, across the muddy field, and I started heading back home. And I hadn't been feeling in the best of good spirits yesterday. I wouldn't say I was feeling bad and naughty. I was feeling sad and upset because my mum had told me to have a good day. And I don't really do anything bad. I don't go to pubs and clubs. I don't really drink outside of the home. And that's just, it was at Christmas, that bit of champagne and Baileys. And I just took Max round the back. And someone had left like a bag of McDonald's old wrappers and cups in a brown paper bag. And that old lady downstairs, who, whatever happened at New Year, the one that told me to put fox food out by a car, she was in a like balcony area downstairs. So I walked round the back, went past this McDonald's rubbish, and then I went into the back of the flats and up the stairs, and I got into my flat. And it was quiet, there was no noise from upstairs, the guy was out. So I turned on the telly and I put on Talking Pictures in Suspicious Circumstances, talking about somebody's wife being poisoned with arsenic, and that when somebody kills somebody with arsenic, the body doesn't decompose so quickly. So that's how they found out. That's how they can find out if someone's has been poisoned with arsenic. So last night it was all about poisoning women and poisoning wives. I kept it on the same channel, and then there was an episode of May Gray, really old black and white episode, and that was about a guy who poisoned his wife for going off with another man. And then I put on the same channel, and there was some sort of film from 1979-80 with Paul Newman in it. He was really attractive when he was younger. He had really bright blue eyes. So I was watching that, and just after getting towards 11 in the evening, I started getting ready for bed. So I laid down and I went to bed. Half an hour later, I was woken up because the guy upstairs came in late on a Saturday night, because most people do, they go out, but I was woken up by heavy footsteps on the ceiling, because he sounds like he's got lead boots on. Beverly used to have trouble at Lansdowne Court. There was a guy called Paul that was a drunk and used to wake her up every half an hour falling on the ceiling, because she was on the bottom flat underneath somebody. So she used to get it. So I just stayed in bed, I didn't get up, my phone started pinging. I told that guy yesterday I didn't want to speak to him anymore, the one on the iPhone, so that won't be going off anymore, because he was being stupid and telling me lies, and I don't like people telling me lies. You know, it costs nothing to tell the truth. It's better to tell the truth and start lying. So he was just telling lies, and it was just blatant lies. I told somebody that I was possibly going to church today, Sunday. So upstairs came in clanking his like lead feet across the ceiling. I was woken up, I was asleep, but I stayed remaining in my bed. I didn't get up. I swigged a bit of water because I felt dry in the mouth. These 7Cs, probably won't take them today. So on and off for about 2 hours. I don't think he could settle down upstairs from wherever he'd been. There was footsteps, heavy footsteps on the ceiling for about two or 3 hours, up and down, on and off. Not repetitively, just like every half an hour, clonking feet. And I was awake. Eventually I must have nodded off properly, with Max lying at the bottom of my feet. So I got up this morning, I made myself a cup of coffee, fed my senior cats, looked after Max, got ready this morning, leggings, top, brushed my hair, and I can hear like kids' feet on and off, like a child's feet. My son had WhatsApped me yesterday, my son had, and I was out walking the dog, so I said I can't speak to you, it's very windy out here, because it was very windy outside. So that was yesterday and this morning. Now my mum rang me as I shouted to Alexa what time it was. A few minutes afterwards, my mum rang the phone, her landline to my mobile. And this is how it went. This is how she spoke to me this morning. Hello, Ginestra. I enjoyed speaking to you the other day. I really did. I haven't been feeling too well, as you know. I will go to hospital at some point. That's my iPhone and the SIM's going off. I will go to hospital at some point. You know me. But I haven't been feeling well. I hope that you can call me back at some point today, and I will go to hospital at some point. So I didn't take a call from my son yesterday because I was outside. Normally the phone causes me extreme chronic pain. Didn't answer any calls outside. I didn't take any calls. The last time I spoke to my mother for about 6 to 10 minutes caused me really chronic pain down this side of my face, right? And it's not a treatable condition. It's a rare condition. It's atypical neuralgia, and there's no cure for it. The pain clinic has not returned with appointment, the one in Guy's Hospital, London. They cancelled my pain clinic appointment for February. So this all ties in with it. Going to hospital, wasting people's time with a condition that is manageable if people stop ringing the damn phone. It's manageable. I obviously can't work in a workplace with all the noises and the phones going off and the loudness. I can't. It cripples me, sets off headaches, and I just can't work. In my home, I know what hurts me, what causes pain, and the phone going off does. And it did at Lansdowne Court, and I kept going to the dentist, going to the hospital, which resulted, I think, in unnecessary teeth being pulled out because the pain is like an electrocuting shock. It's excruciating and horrible. My mother had told me yesterday to be good. There was a guy hovering downstairs yesterday evening. I will be good. I want a relationship. I don't want what happened to me at Lansdowne Court. Now, if you invite men back to your flat, you are willingly letting them in. And that is what was going on. I was willingly letting people into my flat. I don't do that now. I've got over what was going on there. Half the time I felt like I was drugged. I'm going to say it now. I would go to my mum and dad's, drink and eat their food, listen to my mum's rantings, and then I would feel awful and do silly things. I don't do that now. I don't need anything. I don't need something in my tea, something in my coffee. I'm just fine. I don't need sordid one-night stands. I want somebody to keep me company and be a partner, a relationship. I don't want these blokes. They were supposed to be dating sites, right? Not somewhere you can choose somebody to screw and film porn behind their back while you're screwing them. I wanted a relationship. They're supposed to be dating sites, right? Now I'm going to get on with my rest of my day. It's not changing the way I feel. It's not. And somebody said to me, well, if you can get guys, no. I'm 54. I know what I want, and I'm not being twisted and torn from my decision. If I can't get a decent chap to settle down with. I don't want anybody at all. See you later.